Frank Lloyd Wright designed more than 1,100 buildings in his lifetime, from the Fallingwater House in Pennsylvania to his final design, the Guggenheim Museum, which was completed and opened to the public 6 months after his death at 91 in April of 1959. Let's start with the man himself. Frank Lloyd Wright was born June 8, 1867 in Richland Center, Wisconsin. His style of architecture is described as emphasized simplicity and natural beauty. Living in balance with nature was one of Wright's most important commitments. Wright's strategies were simple: use wind, control the light and heat of the sun, and use local materials. They best respond to local conditions. I chose 4 houses in California, 3 in Los Angeles: the Innes, the Storer, the Freeman, and 1 in Pasadena, the Millard House. Although Wright considered concrete one of the cheapest and ugliest things in the building world, he used sand, gravel, and minerals on the properties to create textile blocks to construct these houses. These 4 houses look different to Wright's prairie style, but are still consistent with Wright's philosophy of nature and structure coexisting. The Storer House, built in 1923 for Dr. Don Storer, it is 3,000 square feet, 3 bedroom, 3 bath, den, dining room, kitchen, and 2 outdoor terraces. The living room is 2 stories tall and has no formal front door. Entry is in the rear. Wright used a textile block motif to create the impression that the home is a man-made extension of the landscape. The patterns of the stone are Maya-inspired. Movie producer Joel Silver purchased the home in 1984, and with the help of Wright's grandson Eric Wright began to restore the house. Silver added a swimming pool, which was part of the original plan but never built. The goal was to not only restore the property, including features from the original plan. Silver sold the restored home in 2002 for $2.9 million, and it is now a private residence. The Freeman House was built in 1923 for Samuel and Harriet Freeman. The budget for the house was originally $10,000. The final cost was $23,000. 1,200 square feet, 2 bedroom, 1 bath. Lounge, entrance, living room, and kitchen are on the main floor. The Freemans lived in the house from 1920 until 1986, when Harriet Freeman donated the house to the University of Southern California School of Architecture. The house was built with little support or reinforcement. The university is working to restore the house after severe earthquake and water damage. The smallest of all Wright's textile block homes, the 16-inch squares, are perforated and glazed, allowing additional light into the house. The Innes house was designed for Charles and Mabel Innes in 1923 and completed in 1925. Charles Innes only lived in the house for a few years before passing away. Mabel Innes sold the house in 1936 to Augustus Oliver Brown. Brown lived there for many years. He opened it for tours and donated it for public use. 6,200 square feet, it consists of a main house and separate chauffeur's quarters. Made from more than 27,000 concrete blocks, handmade from decomposed granite taken from the site, it is best known as the house where Rick Deckard, Harrison Ford, lived in the movie Blade Runner. It was damaged in the '94 Northridge quake, and 2005 heavy rainfall damaged its underpinnings. The Innes house is closed to the public, and the new owner is committed to restoring it and reopening it 12 days per year for public tours. The final house is the Millard House, also known as La Miniatura. Built in 1923 for rare book dealers George and Alice Millard, this was Wright's first attempt at modular building. 3 levels, 4,230 square feet. It has 4 bedrooms, 4 baths, kitchen, living room, formal dining room, and a studio added later and designed by Wright's son Lloyd. The final cost to design and build was $17,000. It was now a private residence and not open for public tours. The last public record of sale was 2015 for $3.65 million. An article in Design Quarterly states, compared to Wright's contemporaries like Le Corbusier, Gropius, or Mies, their work strives for logical expression of rational aesthetics. And Wright is a disciple of flexible aesthetics, treating rules as something to be broken when the occasion demands. Thank you for taking this tour through a small portion of the great designs of Frank Lloyd Wright. I hope I piqued your interest to explore more.